guys, welcome back to another Flea Market Adventures. This is Flea Market Adventures 41, and we actually got to some different flea markets. We went across the provincial border, I guess, and we went into Ontario, more specifically Stittsville and Granada, which is all inside of Ottawa. So you can see right away that this was probably the best stuff that I've seen in a while. A lot of stuff complete. You know, some on cards, some stuff in boxes, and the deals were really great. And you know what, I actually see a lot of video games in this episode, which has been sorely lacking on the channel. Not to say that the toys will take a back seat, because I find a ton of G1s, which is really awesome. Something I thought really cool, I actually got to run into Dave the NES guy. He was somebody that I followed for a long time on YouTube. And now that he's kind of started his own business, this is his video game shop inside of this indoor flea market. And he's got a pretty nice spread with a lot of great deals, tons of systems. I got to chat with him for a little while. You know, it's somebody that I've corresponded with over the years just through comments on YouTube. And, you know, to finally actually meet them in person was really cool. Really nice guy. It was, if you're watching, Dave, it was really nice to meet you in person. Wound up picking up a few complete in-box NES games. The prices, like I said, were really fair, and because it's so hard to find Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo games that I'm missing for my collection, not to say that it's huge, but I just run into the same titles all the time, I've started to pick up boxes when I find them at good prices. I actually didn't get as much footage from this table as I wanted to. He had a ton of Transformers, Battle Beasts, and some Ninja Turtle stuff, but there was actually another couple that were picking up the same stuff that I was, so I had to put the camera down and, you know, pick up the things that I wanted. Another booth that we thought was actually pretty cool. None of this was on sale. Everything was locked behind these glass cabinets. This is, it was even called a Barbie museum, and it had stuff from the early 60s, maybe even late 50s up till today. Huge collector. You know, obviously I'm not into Barbies, but very impressive. Now, this very unassuming flea market, Murray's Furniture, a lot of people told me to check out. Dallas Googled it, she found the address, and we started going in to look around, and this place did not disappoint. This is probably the best place that we came to on the whole trip, and I would definitely drive the 2.5 hours back to Granada just to come here again. Now, it is your normal consignment indoor flea market where some booths will have similar items, and you have to look around. We did a lap before I started picking things up because there's some people that price their stuff too high, and then you can go to the next booth and find the same thing and find it very, very reasonably priced. I actually hit a lot of G1s at this store. Here's the video games, guys. You know, I picked them up if I need them and if they're not going to cost me an arm and a leg. I know a lot of people are saying, this is the Loch Monster channel, why don't you pick up video games anymore? I'm not going to pick them up just to have footage. You know, it has to be something that I want to play. It has to be something that would go in my collection. And, you know, like, it can't be $50 overpriced. And a lot of video games have just really jumped up in price, making it difficult. Collecting Transformers and other toys from my childhood has always been a close second, so much so that it's probably 50-50 in my game room now. And that's not to say that retro toys can't be overpriced as well. This is great eye candy. It's a lot of Star Wars toys, army ants, wrestlers, anything you could think of from the 70s to mid-90s, like stuff even up to the 2000s. They had a little bit of everything in here, but you know, you have to watch. Some stuff was still pricey, some stuff was broken, which was a real shame. You'd find a really cool figure, you'd look at it, you'd turn it around, make sure, you know, it was good inside of these Ziploc bags, and then you see an arm missing or a head missing. And sometimes I'll pick them up if they are a good price, you know, to keep them as a display item, but you know, it goes both ways. Retro toys have jumped up in price as well. Now you have to tell me, guys, down in the comments, because I am seriously going to go back to this place in, I would say, October, maybe early November. Is there anything... I know there's tons of stuff that I passed up. I just didn't bring enough money to purchase everything that I wanted. But definitely let me know. And if you can timestamp it, so much the better. You know, down in the comments, just let me know if you saw something cool that, you know, I didn't pick up. And again, you know, even with video games, I don't pretend to be an expert, so, you know, the same goes for toys. I pick up stuff that I had from my childhood or stuff that I wanted when I was a kid, and I see it now, and obviously it goes without being said, but I'll say it again 100 times, it has to be the right price. You know, when you look at something and you see the sticker price, you know right away that, yes, I'm going to buy it, or, oh, God, it looks cool, but no, not for that price. So, some of the things that I saw, like, I don't know, it could be worth that. Like, the beginning of this clip was the Castle Grayskull, the original Castle Grayskull for $200. For me, that's too high. I bought a shell for 25 bucks last year, and I bought the 2020 Masters of the Universe Origins for $89. So, to me, that felt high. That might be the right price, but, again, I never said I was an expert at toy pricing. God, I sound so cynical looking back at it too, like, ah, Streets of Rage 2 for $30 without the case. Like, to me that feels high. I don't know if I'm trapped in 2005 pricing, but that seems high to me, and I don't want to sound negative because, again, this place is amazing. Anyone in the area, you should definitely go check it out. Like, look at all of these G1s. This has got to be my favorite flea market in the last 5 years. Not to dump on the other ones that I've been to, but this is just... the stuff that they had, incredible. Like these, for example, I've never seen Transformers Pretenders in real life ever. Like, I've seen reviews on it, I've seen pictures of, like, fellow collectors have, but I myself, that's the first time I've seen them in real life. So, you know, I bought one. It's a really cool mural that was painted on the floor of this one little booth. Not anything really to write home about on that side, but I had to film the mural. It looked very cool. Got some more Masters of the Universe, some LJN wrestlers. You got your Ghostbusters, Micro Machines, Army Ants, Muscles, more Battle Beasts, more Masters of the Universe, Marvel, DC, Cowboys of Moon Mesa. Got some Biker Mice from Mars back there. Some more Transformers stuff. More Star Wars. Got some box G.I. Joe stuff. And again, like, I don't know pricing on certain stuff like that, but to me, you know, $200 for a box G.I. Joe combat set, like, I'm not that much into G.I. Joe. That might be a great price, but to me, I'd be like, eh, too much. Much too much. Hello here. Who's this guy? Oh, no head. Must be a headmaster. I think. Is that Snapdragon? Somebody let me know down in the comics. Comics in the comments! Nothing but the best here on the Loch SNES Monster channel. The best commentary around. This is a cool life-size statue of Deadpool. I put my youngling next to it. Another booth, more games, more figures. It's really nice to be seeing a lot of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, but again, a little out of my price range or games that I already have. What I like is the variety. I'm showing you a lot of booths that have, you know, video games and toys and collectibles, the stuff that we want to see on a channel like this, but there are a lot of other booths to keep your wife or significant other happy. After our trip there, we had to stop at Popeyes. We haven't had Popeyes in a couple of years, and good lord, was it delicious. So we got a hotel room for 2 nights, just to look at all the museums and the different flea markets that we wanted to go to. So we stopped at Walmart to get some snacks for the room, some milk for the baby, and of course I had to check out their toy and video game sections. So there was actually 3 Walmarts in about 25 minutes of each other. Here's the Batman Classic TV series by McFarlane Toys. Very cool. And then check this out. This isn't sped up. This is how big the Amazon warehouse is in Granada, Ontario. I think it was 17 seconds, 18 seconds to drive by it. Huge building. New logo idea. Just quickly, one of the museums that we popped in, I thought that was really cool, their dinosaur display. As well as the History Museum. This is right from my community. This is the barbed wire that the Canadian Army put up to try and take over one of the islands in our community. Google the 1990 Oka crisis if you're interested. Not a Senators fan, but I'm a hockey fan, of course. Here's the Senators Arena. And then that's my segue into some hockey cards. So our question of the week, guys, is who's your favorite hockey team? If you don't like hockey, you can put I don't like hockey, but I'd be interested to know who is your favorite NHL team. Again, let me know down in the comments. Another interesting collectible, the Astro Ray. It's hard to tell if this is a reissue or if this is the real McCoy. It looks too good to be old, making me think reissue, but then the bulb and the rivets on top of the battery compartment make me think that it's retro. Either way, 30 bucks is about what it sells for on eBay. Pretty close to with this Coleco Total Control. You know, in my younger days, I would have definitely picked that up. Single Locksmith Monster would have bought that. You know, it pays to check every thrift store. This was a regular thrift antique store, nothing that I would like, and then all of a sudden one glass display case had G1s and it had Hugo, the Man of 1,000 Faces. One of the hardest things about being on the road for 3 days was so much fast food. Not a lot of quality restaurants to stop in, so a lot of drive-thrus. You know, there was a lot of good hockey cards. I collected hockey cards when I was a kid, and I got back into it in my late 20s, early 30s for a bit. There was a lot of good 70s and 80s rookie cards there. I actually wound up picking up one, too, that you'll probably see in the pickups video. Steve Yzerman's rookie. Here's a nice basket of GoBot stuff, some of them with the cards still. Remember their big combiner, you had to put the GoBots in the legs and the arms. Can't remember his name. Of course, if you know it, put it down in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Saves me a Google. Just so much stuff to look at. Like, you'd have to come here, you know, 2 or 3 times. Aha! I alluded to earlier that I picked up a Pretender. That might be him. Obviously nothing inside. I wish the little Transformer guys were in there. I definitely want Starscreams. Got some Beast Wars before the cartoon came out. Some of the Beast Wars combiners. Some more Masters of the Universe. These, I guess, are the incomplete. You know, there'll be stickers missing, a little wear on them. Some of them might even be missing parts. But, you know, if you dig, you can find some cool stuff. Street Sharks, more Cowboys of Moo Mesa, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe. Just a little random video clip out of nowhere. Our hotel is right here. We have a Tim Hortons right across the street. I'm actually driving back and forth when we need stuff for Tim Hortons. I can't believe how much colder it is. Right now, it says that it's 9 degrees. You know, it just last week, a week and a half ago, we were in a heat wave. It was 30 and it felt like 35. We were still in the pool. It's like we had to buy sweaters at Old Navy yesterday. So anyway, back to the toy hunting. Probably should have scouted this trip out a little better. Found the Salvation Army and a Mission thrift store, but they're both closed on Sundays. Luckily, we hit another Toys R Us and another Walmart on the way back, and they did have a couple of things. I have a video up, it'll be down in the descriptions. I actually put together a Battle Cat Mega Construx, as well as I already bought these Beast Wars and I've opened them, and they've also have a video out. That link will also be down in the description. More Toys R Us footage. I'm so tempted to get this Ghostbuster again because I want one in robot form and I want one in the Ecto one. But when I bought it, it was $50, and now it's $95, and it's just repackaging, and I think it comes with a Slimer now. That's the only difference. $45 Slimer. This was pretty cool though. Worlds Collide, Nemesis, Optimus Primal, Fangry. You get another Bumblebee repaint of Black Arachnia. Goes for about $100, but you figure you're paying about $25 each for most of them anyway. I think I picked it up. My little hunting partner Arkham's gotten so good at naming all of these, and she doesn't necessarily watch all of them, and I don't really collect Power Rangers either. I guess it's just commercials that she sees and through the shows and YouTube stuff that she watches. Really healthy Masters of the Universe section in this Toys R Us. This is nice to see. And we also hit up one more Walmart where I found a Wind Raider on the shelf. So that's going to do it for this episode of Flea Market Adventures, guys. This was all the hunting and live footage stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see all of the stuff I picked up, and there is a lot of stuff, I didn't want to rush through it, I'm going to put up another video. When it's ready, the link will be in the description. It'll probably be up in a few days after this one comes out, and it'll be everything I picked up from that trip. A lot of Transformers, a lot of boxed items, and of course video games. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's greatly appreciated. Take care.